This is absolute genius. Dive into a world of action, adventure, and explosions.
Each show will introduce you to a different genius.
An amazing person who had a genius idea which shaped the world.
And they will inspire us to come up with our own genius idea at the end of each show.
But will it be any good?
Will it be any good?
It'll be
Absolute genius.
On today's show, we'll be making things go round and round.
Round, round, round. Circle motion.
Up and down.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum.
In and out.
As we explore a mysterious engineering genius from centuries ago.
We'll be entering a world of curious machines and fantastic robots.
This
is absolute
genius. Today's genius was an extraordinary showman.
Yes, he built mind-blowing machines that were designed to entertain and impress everyone who saw them.
He lived more than 800 years ago in a country far, 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 far from here.
A brilliant mechanical engineer, craftsman, and an inventor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we give you Al Jazari.
Actually, boys, my full name is Badia Azaman Abu Al-Iz Ibn Ismail Ibn Arizaz Al Jazari.
Finished?
But you can call me Al.
Later on in the show, inspired by his genius, we'll be coming up with our own genius idea.
Yes, we'll be getting out the power tools.
Yeah! Precision engineering a machine with just one purpose.
But now let's find out more about this mysterious man.
Al Jazari was born in the year 1136 in the Middle East, roughly where the country of Iraq is today.
He spoke the language of Arabic and worked as a chief engineer for a Middle Eastern king.
Al Jazari's genius was designing and building extraordinary machines.
We know about him because of a brilliant book he wrote called The Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices.
In it, he shows a great understanding of engineering ideas that are still very important today.
And it's also packed with amazing designs of mechanical human figures. Machines that are some of the world's first ever robots.
Very few copies of Al Jazari's Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices have actually survived.
Which is why we've come here. This beautiful building is the Bodleian Library in Oxford University, and it holds some of the oldest and most valuable books in the world.
This amazing library contains 11 million books and is more than 400 years old. But the book we're going to see is even older than that.
Meet Professor Salim Al-Hassani, an expert on the ideas and machines of Al Jazari.
So, Professor, what have we got in front of us? What is this beautiful looking book?
This is a copy of a book written by Al Jazari, entitled The Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices. It's about 500 years old.
A 500-year-old copy? So what was the date of the original?
Something like 1206.
And what does it actually contain? What's it about?
It's about all sorts of machines and devices and robots, clocks, water-raising machines.
What kind of machines did Al Jazari invent?
I can show you one. Let's have a look. This is a model.
This model is battery-operated, but the original machine would have been driven by animal power.
This is a water-raising machine, which shows us a fantastic original principle of how to convert rotary motion into a linear motion, which you can find in so many machines today. As the animal turns this round, it's converting the motion up and down.
So basically what's happening is that a circular motion is then being turned into an up and down motion.
Yes.
Very good.
Now, on Al Jazari's original water-raising machine, there would have been a kind of big spoon at the end of the rod to scoop up the water.
This ingenious device uses what's known as a crank and connecting rod mechanism. And Al Jazari was a pioneer in using this system.
And that engineering principle of converting a circular movement into a vertical or horizontal one is still used in lots of machines today.
Could we see this in the modern day?
Yeah, sure, if you know where to look for it.
Ah, right. Well, I think there's only one person that can find this for us. Fran.
Fran, right.
We'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, back in a minute. Don't go anywhere.
Our genius scientist Fran explains things in ways even we can understand.
Wow!
Best of all, she loves a good experiment.
And she's guaranteed to pop up just when you need her most. Where are we?
Well, by the looks of it, we're at a tractor dealership somewhere near Walsall in the West Midlands.
Oh, yeah, right.
Where's Fran? Ah. Well, that's our first, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it is brilliant, but why are you driving the tractor?
Well, inside a tractor is a bit of engineering that Al Jazari would actually recognise.
Ah, right. Can we take a look then?
Yep, come with me. So, you know about the crank and connecting rod mechanism, yeah?
Oh, yeah, okay, so that's the mechanism where one part goes round and round.
And the other bit goes up and down.
Yeah, it can happen the other way around. You can have one part of it going from side to side or up and down, and that causes another part of the machine to start rotating or turn around and around.
Okay.
And that is basically how tractors work. Let's take a look underneath.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's very oily.
Oh, can you see it?
Yeah.
So you see that thing going round and round?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the crankshaft.
Okay.
And that eventually turns the wheels of the tractor.
Yeah.
But connected to the crankshaft
Yeah.
are connecting rods. And they're what make the crankshaft go round and round.
I see.
They go up and down.
You can see them connected to the pistons.
Yeah, if we go up,
Yep.
let's go up again. Right, so here are the pistons, and can you see them going up and down?
Oh, yeah.
Now these pistons are connected to the connecting rods, that's why they're called connecting rods, and then they make the crankshaft turn around, which makes the wheels of the tractor move.
Ah, that goes right back to Al Jazari then.
Yeah, and it's not just tractors that use this mechanism. Every single modern car makes its wheels turn in this way.
Yep. Cheers, Fran. Well, we best go because we have got a professor waiting for us.
Cheers.
Bye!
Ah, right, good. Now we understand that. Thank you.
What other kind of machines did Al Jazari invent?
Oh, there's all sorts of them, and I'll show you one. It's an ingenious one. It's called the elephant clock.
Wow.
That's a clock.
So that can tell the time.
Indeed.
That is a beautiful, beautiful illustration.
What's going on here then?
This is an elephant. On top of the elephant, there is this sort of castle. And the way it tells the time is a sequence of events, motion that is triggered from inside the elephant.
Of course, it's not a real elephant. It's a machine. Inside the elephant, a leaky bowl sinks in a tank of water. Strings attached to the bowl then trigger a series of clever mechanisms. You can't put it on your wrist, but it does actually tell the time.
The elephant clock is Al Jazari's most famous invention, and like lots of his machines, it was designed to be both impressive to watch and almost too complicated to understand.
The way he had built them and the colours that he used, they are meant to impress people.
Ah, so whilst he was a master craftsman, he was also a bit of a showman. He liked extravagance within his creations.
Indeed, that's why I called ingenious devices.
Ah, I see. Okay. One thing I've noticed with a lot of his designs is that they have little figures on them.
Are they actual people?
They are actually what we call today robots, but we refer to them as automaton.
Al Jazari's automatons were mechanical models of human beings and animals. They're one of the earliest examples of what we call robots.
Ah, automatons. Are there any actually around in existence today?
There are none, but there are people who can make similar automatons.
Now this we should go and see.
Later on, we'll be playing with an incredibly talented robot.
But now here's some other brilliant ideas and discoveries from the Middle East.
It's the Genius Top 5. 5. Blood circulation. How our bodies pump blood between the heart and lungs was first understood in the 13th century by a man called Ibn al-Nafis in Damascus.
4. Algebra. Not those clever ancient Greek mathematicians, but Al-Khwarizmi, a brilliant bloke from Baghdad.
I'm clever squared.
3. Staying in to wash my hair. Yes, shampooing was first practiced by a Sheikh Mohammed from Patna in India.
Bathroom's clear.
2. Coffee. Discovered 1,200 years ago by Khalid, a goat herder, who noticed his animals getting excitable after eating some strange red berries.
1. The hospital. Yes, the first organised hospital with free medical treatment was built in Cairo in the year 872 AD.
Oi, no goats.
Back to our genius. Now, none of the original machines made by Al-Jazari exist today, but the kind of automatons he made can be found if you know where to look.
Here in the middle of Kimberley Park in Falmouth, Cornwall, is a great example.
Yes, look, a mechanical goat. It's just what every kid wants in their playground, right? And not only does it move, but keep turning it. Doing it. It makes a sound. Are you ready for the big noise? Come on!
Oh. I wonder who made this.
That gaseous goat is the kind of automaton that Al-Jazari would have put on his machines hundreds of years ago.
But we used camels in those days.
Now, we've come to meet a modern-day Al-Jazari in this remote village in Cornwall.
This is master automata maker Paul Spooner.
Paul, lovely to meet you. So you're the man behind the goat that we just seen in the park. It is fantastic.
But it's not all about goats, is it? What does an automata maker like you actually do?
Well, my plan is to use machinery to tell a story or a joke, make people laugh, mostly.
So very much like Al-Jazari, then, to impress people and entertain people.
It's entertaining, yeah.
Have you got a lot in common with Al-Jazari and his work?
Well, all people who make mechanical things have something in common. All of this stuff with cranks and gears and cams, it really is just one thing pushing another thing. But I'm just astonished at how somebody could have made the things that he did. I mean, they're made with enormous precision. You know, I've got things like this gauge here that I can use to tell you that this screwdriver is 5.91 millimetres in diameter.
He didn't have one of them.
He wouldn't have one of those, no.
No. Well, we're dying to have a look at some of your amazing work. Can we have a look?
Yes.
We promise to be careful.
This is called an allegory of love.
That's very good.
Look at all the workings inside. However hard he tries, he's never going to get that nail in.
Poisoned milk. Poisoned milk.
Oh, right, licking at the splat of milk.
There you go.
Poisoned milk. Yeah.
It was poisoned.
All in one turning motion.
Great.
I don't quite know what's happening on this one, but let's have a look. But they're all using the same principle, this mechanism that Al-Jazari came up with hundreds and hundreds of years ago.
Yes, yeah.
The science of conversation.
The king's talking. He's chattering quite hard. But
His brains come out.
they share a brain, you see.
Oh,
And then she's talking, right.
Paul, that is absolutely mind-blowing.
I love your work, Paul.
Playtime over! Now, with Paul's help, we're going to make our very own Al-Jazari-inspired game. It's got bits of wood.
Exactly the same length. See? About right, anyway.
It's got currant buns. It's even got an elephant automaton.
I can't wait to play this.
Ah, look, and there it is, our very own crank and connecting rod.
Yeah, if you remember the Al-Jazari's water-raising machine, well, this is all the same kind of principles. It's got circular motion, which makes an up and down motion.
Up, down, circular, up, down.
Yeah.
That.
There it is.
Pièce de résistance.
You'll recognise this from Al-Jazari's book, The Elephant. And finally, the elephant's tail. Finished.
Brilliant.
How does it work?
Well, as the ball comes up...
That's the
hits
Al-Jazari
nails,
bit.
That is a very Al-Jazari bit. So it trickles down the nails,
Nice tune.
goes in one of the gutters.
You don't know which side it's going to go.
You don't know which side.
Yeah?
And it flips a string, and it triggers the elephant's bottom or the elephant's trunk.
So it's either kind of bum or bun. That's the kind of game.
Precisely,
That
that's-
either a
that
bun
was my
comes out the
concept,
trunk
yes, yeah.
Or it
Yeah,
poos
yeah.
into a bowl.
Very good. Bun-a-bum, 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 bun-a-bum.
I'm afraid it's going to be...
Bum.
Bum. Whoa, Still
Bum for you.
absolutely determined.
3 bums.
There we go. Go on.
We got one this time. We got one this time.
What's the trunk?
And there's one of our lovely painted currant buns.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
Now that was inspiring, wasn't it?
Yeah, but what we haven't found yet is an example of a modern-day robot with a touch of Al Jazari about it.
Yeah, now Paul's given us the tip-off. He knows someone that can make exactly what we're after.
So far, we've seen that Al Jazari built machines to impress.
And that his kind of genius engineering can still be found today.
Coming up, we unleash the power tools.
Gonna cause some damage, that, innit?
But first, this humble industrial estate in Penryn, Cornwall, is home to some of the most sophisticated humanoid robots in the world.
Look at these.
Hello, pleased to meet you. How are you?
Hey!
Welcome. Delighted to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Now, which one is Anne? And which one is Deck?
Charming.
Look,
I can never remember.
I'll rip your batteries out.
I am only joking. I'm actually a big fan. Hey, Dick, what's that on the end of your nose? Is it a bogey?
Hey, sense of humour as well.
Well, that's because I'm not just any old robot.
He likes you.
Oh, no, I'm Robo-Thespian.
What's Robo-Thespian? What do you do?
I am a fully programmable interactive humanoid robot designed to inspire, communicate, interact, and entertain. But like you gentlemen, I am at heart a performer.
Well, yes, we can see that. But have you heard of this genius engineer, Al Jazari, who invented an early kind of robot hundreds of years ago?
Ah, yes, the great Al Jazari. He's responsible for some of my distant ancestors. Of course, robotics has come a long way since those days.
Yeah, but what we want to know is who invented you?
Now, that was Will.
Weird. This is Will Jackson.
I'm singing in the rain.
He invented the very first Robo-Thespian and has been building robots since he was 13 years old.
Will. Robo-Thespian is quite mind-blowing, but how does it actually work?
Well, he's a big collection of motors and muscles and wiring, but really you can control the whole thing from this touchscreen. Let's try one.
Staying alive. You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk.
Fair enough. Clever stuff. What else can it do then, Will?
Well, here's another impression that Robo-Thespian can do.
Oh, yes, Master Luke. Remember that I'm fluent in over 6 million forms of communication. I beg your pardon, General Solo, but that just wouldn't be proper. It's against my programming to impersonate a deity.
C-3PO from Star Wars.
So you got a robot doing an impression of a robot?
It's amazing. It's like he's almost human.
Yes, well, we really have tried to design Robo-Thespian to be just like a human. If you feel his arms there, they're quite soft and bouncy.
Oh, yeah?
It's not like an industrial robot that's a very rigid machine. So we want him to be flexible. And
The way the hands move is totally human-like.
One really important thing is robot must make eye contact. Hey, now he's going to follow you around.
He's actually watching me.
He's even trying to guess your age.
Oh, this is what he's watching right now.
Go and stand around there and see if you can guess your age.
Yeah.
Age 25.
25.
Hey.
It's because I'm short.
27.
27. It's taken 10 years off me.
So this is great because you can actually see a clear camera image of us right now. But what's this next to it?
Here it's trying to guess where your bones are, basically, what kind of pose you're in.
That's mad.
And Robo-Thespian can be programmed to do lots of other brilliant stuff.
So we can write anything.
Anyone can write a script for it.
Press this one?
Yep.
Absolute genius.
And it can speak 30 different languages.
Absolute genius.
Absolute genius.
But does it speak Arabic?
اسمي الروبوت مزرعي.
Very good.
And naturally, it knows talent when it sees it.
I love Dick. He is the best one. The other one is too small and hairy.
And the engineering Will and his team are using is making not just one Robo-Thespian, but lots of Robo-Thespians.
This is a robot production line.
Bit of leg.
So, yeah, what's this bit?
Well, being here has been a fantastic experience, but Robo-Thespian is a long way from the original automaton that Al Jazari created.
Does he have anything in common with them?
You can find some things that go all the way back to Al Jazari's designs. If we have a look at this jaw mechanism here, we'll see a little disc driving a lever here, converting a circular motion into an up and down motion for his jaw.
Ah, which was part of his genius, wasn't it? The circular motion turning into an up and down motion.
Yeah.
You see, boys, some ideas are so good they are still used today.
Robo-Thespian is an incredible piece of machinery. It really is.
So brilliant that it's inspired us to come up with our own genius robot idea.
Yeah, and this is great because, I mean, Robo-Thespian can speak different languages, it can do impressions, it can sing, but one thing that it can't do yet is travel.
Yes, so we should make a robot that can move and move fast.
It's going to be our tribute to Al Jazari, but with some of our own unique ideas thrown in.
A robot that can stand up for itself when the going gets tough. A robot that can go into battle. Before we build our genius robot,
It's time for the not-so-genius idea.
not all robots are clever. In fact, to enter the International Stupid Robot Championships, a robot has to be both useless and funny.
Recent entries include a hula-hooping robot powered by an electric drill.
A pair of shivering robots that live in a fridge.
And the Binbot, a mechanical wheelie bin that follows flies. That's just rubbish.
Another day, another robot workshop. Welcome back, genius engineer Grant Cooper. He's helped us before on Absolute Genius, and building robots is his speciality.
All right, Grant.
Hi, Grant.
How you doing? Okay there, guys.
What's that?
Stop! I thought we were mates!
No need for that! This is one of Grant's latest creations.
Right, what the?
It's called a Tachnid, a kind of robotic giant spider. And it's just giving birth. Let's just watch that again. Ooh!
Grant, over the past few days, we've been massively inspired by the great Al Jazari.
Yeah, he made an early kind of robot, and we want to make our own robot.
What sort of robot is it you want to create?
Well, you're king of robots, right?
Yeah.
You make the best robots. We don't necessarily need anything that's sophisticated or beautiful to look at, but something that's tough, strong, and can go into battle.
Something like a combat fighting robot, because that's our forte.
That's what you do best, right?
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to have the kind of engineering that dates back to Al Jazari's machines as well.
I'm sure we can sort something out.
Good stuff. Let's get to work.
Excellent.
Our genius idea to build our own fighting robot from scratch.
The challenge to include clever engineering gizmos that the great Al Jazari would recognise.
Very good.
But where his machine's impressed with their looks, ours will be all about the action.
The problem? If our robot's not good enough, it could get smashed to pieces!
Smashed to pieces!
There's loads to do! Welding!
So now I've messed that up, what do we have to do?
We'll need to grind that off again, start again. I'll go get the grinder.
Angle grinding!
And let's not forget the precision metal cutting.
This is the weapon.
Oh, look at that.
Powering our weapon is this big DC motor. So that's 3 horsepower.
3 horsepower, right, okay.
Beauty. So Al Jazari would recognise that mechanism.
Yes, exactly. It's used in a slightly different way, but on exactly the same principles.
It's going to cause some damage, that, innit? Oh, perfect fit.
Then round, 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 circular motion, which causes this to go up and down.
Nice, all finished.
Love it when a plan comes together.
If you wiggle those sticks.
Just like a remote control car.
Exactly, yep.
Aye.
Nice. So that's a remote control for the car part of it, but what about the Al Jazari magic?
So you'll have a joystick here.
Ah, right,
forward
so
to
we've got one
fire,
each.
back to go.
Perfect. So, there'll be 2 joysticks. One to control driving our robot.
The other to operate its weapon.
Right.
Right.
Time to go into battle.
Well, then let's go to battle.
To battle, boys.
Here's our robot opponent, Beauty 2.
Operating it are fighting robot veterans John Lear and Kane Aston.
Like taking candy off a baby.
Oh, that is it. Well, I'm gonna have you. A fart in your general direction.
Our fighting robot is named Stingray. It's just itching to give Beauty 2 a battering.
Okay, guys. 3, 2, 1, battle.
And again.
Stingray gets in an early hit, but then Beauty 2 flips him. Yeah, go.
Go forward, go on. Forward.
Flipped again! He's making pancakes. The crowd are loving this. We're not.
Oh, flipped again. But Stingray's fighting back.
Forward. Don't let him flip you. He's weighing you up. Why is he on a quiet? No!
You pigs.
No! Get out of the way! Yeah!
Stingray's hammer just keeps missing.
Oh, I'm getting him rushing! Back. Oh, no! Oh, no, what's happening?
No, we're not moving.
What do you mean we're not moving? Another hit from Stingray, but something seems to be wrong.
No! Don't get it!
I think it's stalled. It's not. Why is it not moving, Grant?
It looks like the amount of flips and hits you've taken from Beauty 2 has bent your wheels in, so sadly you're out.
They've literally smashed it.
Yep, you're out.
We did some damage,
Did all right.
but not enough.
It's a good bit of kit, that though, Grant.
Good
A
robot.
mighty machine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Stingray.
It has been the best experience exploring the genius of Al Jazari.
From cranks and connecting rods to elephant automatons, we've seen how his ideas are still being used today to make machines that are clever and entertaining.
And how his influence can be found in one of the most impressive robots in the world.
Absolute genius.
Absolute genius. Well, I think it's quite clear that after these incredible few days learning about Al Jazari, that we now officially love robots. Mwah.
And it all goes back to Al Jazari. Thank you, Al. You are an absolute genius.
Oh, you're so kind.
Smack me in the face!
Doms.
Oh no! What are you doing? Let me get it straight! Oh, what's all that? What's all the black stuff?
Hey!